Alright, guys. Back with the second part of story time. When I left off at the essay and the DV. I was gonna go in detail about my son and I. We were kidnapped when I was 25 and he was 6. He was made to watch the guy that kidnapped me and him do all kinds of things to me that a kid should never have to see. It ended up, the guy's in prison. We snuck out in the middle of the night. How we got with the guy was my mom had just passed away, and he was supposed to be taking me down to my mom's house and dropping me off so I could go through her stuff. Well, when me and my son got in the car, he said he needed to go by his house first to get his daughter's clothes because he was going to drop her off at her mom's, which was in the same county that he was taking me and my son to. He never took me and my son there. When we got to his house, we were stuck. I had no idea where we were, because I wasn't driving. I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't feel I needed to be paying attention. I had known this guy he went to school with my dad. So I had known him for years. He kept us for 2 weeks. He kept my phone. There was not a house phone. He never left us alone, nothing to where we could get loose. Well, one night, he had went to sleep. He got drunk, really, really drunk. And after he SA'd me really bad in every part of my body you could think of, and made my son watch it, he passed out. And I got my son, and we snuck out. And we went to a phone to the neighbors and called my dad to come get us. He would make my son, when he would take a shower, instead of giving my son a towel, he would make him stand over the AC vent to dry off. He would not let my son sleep on a bed or a couch. He had to sleep in a room by himself on the floor, and he would keep it so cold in there. My son had a sheet. That's all he was allowed to have. I snuck in there. I had found a float like women lay on when they go swimming. Just one of the cheap dollar floats. I found one in the closet, and I blew it up. And I was trying to make my son a bed out of it. When he found that, he beat me so hard. He knocked me out. My son had to witness every bit of this, every bit of it. So when we finally got out of there, we went to the police, told him what happened. He went to prison. I think they gave him like 4 years for kidnap. My son was taken to live with my uncle, which is a Knox County police officer, and shout out to William Hedrick. If it wasn't for him, my son would be in state. He has brought my son a long ways. He really has. And I can't thank him enough for that. My son, it takes him a long time. He don't use the I love you unless if he really means it. And that's why in my last video I said, you know, when he called my husband now daddy, it was really emotional, because my son's not one to get close to somebody. He hardly trusts anybody. And I can honestly say that he has never seen my husband raise his voice with me. He's never seen him put his hands on me. And it's not because it happens behind closed doors either. It does not happen. And I am very thankful for my husband. I am. I was in a car wreck in 2009 when I was pregnant with my daughter. And it sent me into labor. And I'm being stubborn right now. They're wanting me to do a hip replacement, and I can't afford it. I've got kids. I can't be down and not working. You know, my husband works, but his job's not going to pay everything that we got to pay. And I just can't do my hip replacement. I'm sorry. I refuse until I know that my kids are going to be okay and that everything's going to be fine. My goal is to have my kids home by the end of the year. Yes, I see them every weekend, summers, when school's out, but that's not enough for me. I want to see them 24/7. I want to be the one packing lunches. I want to be the one taking them to school and picking them up and asking them how their day is, and, you know, helping them with their little mild stepping stones and, you know, their little first heartbreaks and their best friend drama and all that mom and dads do. But my son, you know, like I said, I called him. I wanted to get permission before I put anything out there about when we got kidnapped, because I don't want to expose my son on media if he don't approve of it. You know, I respect my son. And he said, Mom, he said, that's a part of our lives, and that's how we are who we are today.